Welcome grade 7 to today's math class. Today we'll be looking at composite shapes. Alright? And remember, mathematics is fun. So let's get into it. Composite shapes. A figure or shape that can be divided into more than one of the basic figures is said to be a composite figure or shape. So here is an example. Alright? Figure ABCD is a composite figure as it consists of two basic figures. That is, this figure is formed by a rectangle and triangle as shown below. So as you can see here, the composite figure has been divided into two basic figures. One basic figure is a rectangle, another basic figure is a triangle. Alright, so I have a little activity for you in which you will be counting squares within composite figures. Alright, so it's very simple. And also in extension, try to find the perimeter of these shapes. Alright, so calculating the area. So suppose you weren't given any grid or graph. How would you find the area of composite figure? So to do that, the area of a composite figure is calculated by dividing the composite figure into basic figures and then using the relevant area formula for each basic figure. Alright, so very simple. So let's look at a video which does exactly that.
In this video we're going to look at how to find the area of a compound shape, and in particularly the L shape. Okay, there is another video over compound shapes, and this one's really just focusing on the L shape, but you can sort of see from this technique how to do any compound shape. So we have got a typical compound shape or an L shape, backwards up, and we have got some measurements. So we've got the top is 2 centimeters, the height of the whole thing is 9, this bit's 3, and this part's 3. Okay, so whenever you're doing the area of a compound shape, the first thing I tend to do is to find the missing sides first of all. So let's consider the base. Well, it's 3 across here, 2 across here. Well, 3 and 2, well, that would make 5 for the base, 5 centimeters. The whole height of it is 9, and if this part's 3, well, that means that this part here has to be 6. Now obviously it doesn't look like 6, not very good drawn, but if you got 3 and 6, then that would make 9. So the first thing we've done is just label the sides, the missing sides. Next thing, to find the area of the compound shape, you're going to split it into the two rectangles. So you can either split it horizontally or vertically. It doesn't matter which way you do it, as long as you make sure that you multiply the right numbers together. Okay, so what we're going to do is in this one is I'm just going to split it horizontally like this. Okay, to find the area of the rectangle, this one, the rectangle in the bottom of this one, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the height by the width. So we're going to do 6 times 5, which equals 30 centimeters squared. So the area of this one is 6 times 5, which is 30 centimeters squared. Now, the area of this one. Now, the width of it's obviously 2, and the height of it is 3. Some people might make the mistake of going for 9, but 9 goes beyond where you've cut it. Okay, so it's going to be 2 times 3. You can do 2 times 3, which equals 6 centimeters squared. And then the area of the whole thing would be 6 plus 30. So the area is 36 centimeters squared. You've done the 6 plus the 30 to give you 36 centimeters squared for the area of the whole thing. Let's have a look at another example. Okay, so we've got another example for question. We've been asked to find the area of this compound shape. The height of the whole thing is 15, and the height of this part is 5, so therefore this length here is going to have to be 10 centimeters. The whole way across the bottom is 12. This part here is 7, so therefore this length is going to have to be 5 centimeters. Okay, now what we're going to do is split it, and again, it doesn't matter which way you split as long as you make sure you multiply the right numbers. This time we're going to split the thing vertically. Okay, so this rectangle here, we have got 7 is the width, the length is 15, so you do 7 times 15, which equals 105 centimeters squared. Notice I didn't use the 12 on the bottom because the 12 isn't the width of this, it's 7. This one here, It's 5 high and 5 wide, so if you do 5 times 5, you get 25 centimeters squared. Notice I didn't again use 12 because the length of this one's 5 and the height of it is 5. So because this is 105, and you add on the 25, and you'd get 130 centimeters squared. And that's how you find the area of an L shape.
So alright, very simple. So let's look at activity 2. So in activity 2, you basically will be using what you have just learned in the video, and you use it on this worksheet. Alright, so basically here's a little hint: area equal length times width of a rectangle. So remember from the video, you cut it or divide it so that it is easier for you to find the area, and then you simply work it out and add. And if you need a refresher, please refer back to the video. Alright, so if you have a question, don't hesitate to ask, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you in a timely manner. Alright, as you can see, I'm a human and I have my stresses also. Alright, so I'll get back to you in a timely manner. And please remember to like, share, subscribe, please. It helps motivate me when I see the likes and the subscriptions. Alright.
Sting a damn music.